Hey guys, Lockbreak Gaming's here, and Bandai just dropped at least the Dragon Ball Super card game site. The draft box 5 cards, which is quite a surprising as set 9 just dropped like a week ago, so I thought they were gonna have like a little break of like a month or two before revealing more stuff, but they just dropped it out of nowhere, and from what I briefly saw, there were 56 cards revealed, so that's gonna be interesting. So I hope they do a better job this time, because last time Draft Box 4 came out, it was pretty horrible, as in the pull rates, and then like how all the cards there are broken, even the uncommons like Topo. So yeah, we'll get into it. I haven't seen any of these cards, so it's gonna be a first hand reaction. So yeah. So the first card we have on here is Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Son Goku Concentrated Destruction, a 3-drop red battle card which has Deflect. Auto, when you play this card from your hand, choose all of your opponent's battle cards with 20k power or less and KO them. Okay, it's an SR, so that kind of makes it more balanced, but just by the auto itself, it's very broken, especially because it has Deflect and a 3 drop that kills every 20k. Oh, okay. I mean, that's only really strong against like huge boards, but still. Let's go on to the activate main. For 2 red, if your leader card is red and you place this card from your hand in your drop area, place this card from your hand in your drop area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and it gets minus 25. Okay, the activate main isn't that bad, as you have to pay 2. Tien does that for free if you discard 2 extra cards. So this is definitely very good, just off the auto alone and deflect. If you didn't have deflect, then it'll be a different story. I think there might be some cards ignoring deflect, like coming in the future, so we'll see. So the main thing I could see this card being abused by is Shenron. You know, World Peace it out. They can't do anything and it's for free. They should have at least add like a requirement or something. So the next card, hit Deadly Vanguard, which is a blue. So it's good for blue yellow. Let's see, it's a counterplay, a 5-drop counterplay. If the battle card being played has an energy cost of 5 or less, it is returned instead of being played, then play this card. Opponent's turn reduce the energy cost by 2, so this is a 3-drop counterplay. But it returns back to the hand, which is like, bruh. And it's 5 or less, which is also another yikes. If it was 6 or less, then it'll be kind of busted actually. Cause there's so many like game finishers which are 6 or less. Like sure you can hit Heartfelt Plea with this, but eh. This card can't be returned to your hand by your skills. Okay. Auto, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle card. Oh, so you bounce back too. That's kind of busted. But it's not ignoring barrier for the second one. So, I mean, that's pretty good. 3-drop counterplay that bounces back too. And this can't be returned back to your hand. But the sad part is he has a 15k power, so BS Ball or Denial of Hope is gonna hit this. I mean, actually all counterplays will hit this since he will reduce down to 3. He's alright. He can be broken. But I don't think he'll make too much of an impact. Rebrian, Avatar of Affection. It's a triple strike. Okay, it's a 5-drop as well. I'm not sure if there are any. I'm not sure if the big Rebrian evolves off a 5-drop. I'm pretty sure it does. If your leader card is green and this card is in rest mode, your opponent can only attack this card. Okay, so it's like a pretty busted deadly defender, but she has no barrier. When you play this card from your hand, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. I mean, that's alright. Uh, it's a 5 job, you know. So you have to pay 5. Like, before 100% overdrive, I would think like this is broken. But now with the introduction of 100% overdrive, the Frieza that wipes the whole board and mills you, this is like kind of an everyday thing. And it's KO, not minor, so some cards can't be KO'd, so that's cool. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, choose up to one green battle card. So you just play a free 4 drop with his skill negated. I mean, that's alright, but it will definitely activate, seeing that's the only way to remove this card and to attack your opponent's leader. So you have to get rid of her somehow. So I feel like what's it called? Justice Blast, the 3 drop removing card that negates his skills before KOing, could be quite useful in this scenario. I mean, the auto is still pretty good, but it's just that this card, there are other cards that does what she does in terms of removal already, so it ain't that bad. Basil Fatal Rampage, which is an battle card, a 1 drop battle card, which is good, seeing as that's like a target for the Trio the Dangers, so it'll be easier to fulfill the requirement. Only one can be played, and when you play this card, draw one, pretty standard. Activate main once per turn if your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode. 15k dual attack until the start of your next main phase. So even during your opponent's turn, this will be a 19k card, but it has to have 5 or more cards in rest mode, which isn't that hard. But early game, it will be quite hard to get this out and use it, and it can be counterplay as well. But I feel like the main point is just to fulfill that basal requirement. So yeah, pretty decent support for U9. Moscow and Campari, Universe 3 Destroyer, 8 Angel. Is that right? It sounds kind of weird. So some Universe 3 cards, pretty interesting. Seeing as this draft box is all about the gods. So this is a DAR. It was the previous one also. No, the previous one was an SR. So this is a DAR, which I assume is the draft box rare. So it's a blocker with revive, so that's always good, but it's a 5 drop, so we'll see. When you play this card, choose up to 1 and KO it. Pretty whack. KO this card when your opponent plays a battle card, draw 1 card. But for 5 energy though, if this was 2 energy, it would be busted. If it was 3, it would be okay. 4 will be pushing it, and 5 is just like, why pay 5 for a blocker with revive, you know? I mean, like, I get that you can draw a card when opponent plays, and then you can KO a card, but eh. So it seems all the draft box rares are gonna be angels and the destroyers. Rumshi and Kusu, Universe 10, Destroyer and Angel. Oh, is that N? Oh, I don't know why I read that as 8 the first time. So, Energy Exhaust. When placing this card in your energy from any area, you may choose 1 blue card and 1 green card in your drop area. Send them to your warp if you do negate Energy Exhaust. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ignoring Energy Exhaust just by warping a card too. So it's definitely not gonna be a turn 1 card, like turn 1 usage. But then if you're not using it turn 1, why don't you just use Protector of Wildlife, which is the other card that ignores Energy Exhaust. Uh, I mean, like, unless turn 1 you want to charge a monocolor, then turn 2 you charge this, then turn 3 the check lens. I guess you could do that. It's alright. It's better than the previous one at least. Activate main, 1 blue, 1 green. KO one, draw one. That's that's pretty decent, but I'm not sure if I would like play this card. But it's okay, I guess. But it says when placing this kind of energy from any area, so I just realized that. I mean, the main card that would swap energy would be the androids, but it's decent. Uboni, oh, that's the one that went against Gohan. After image slash, like the background looks cool, all the fire and stuff. Then you see his art itself, and it's an SR. Ooh. If an after image is deflect, if an after image token is in play in your battle area, this card can't be KO'd. Interesting. When you play this card, play 3 after image tokens. That's cool. Your opponent reviews the top card of their deck. If it's a battle card, at the start of your opponent's next phase, choose up to one of your blue energy and switch it to active. For a 4 drop, that's pretty meh, honestly. If it was a 3 drop, I could see this card being pretty busted. Seeing as it's a 3 drop 20k that you can't KO unless you get rid of the tokens, but you do have to realize that negating and KO as well as minus power gets around this, so I mean it's still 3 tokens you can use that won't go away. His activate main is pretty meh, but if he had barrier as well, that would be pretty good, but for an SR this is pretty whack. I mean at least they're not like putting out busted SRs like the previous set. So the next card, Ribrienne, Punishing Passion. For 2 green, activate main, not once per turn. If a leader card is green and you send this card from your drop area to your warp, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and places them in your drop area. That's pretty busted, cause hand destruction is gonna be made worse. So Android 13 can just splash this hit, and then you can put it in a drop with the super combo, and then the super combo and then you just pay 2 and get rid of 2 cards. It's kind of like Saiyan Instincts, but it's the reverse. I mean that's alright, but it has to be 2 greens, and your leader must be green. Pretty decent. I could see this like getting good down the line. Okay, an Ultra Instinct. It's a black battle card. Oh man, hopefully it ain't too busted. Permanent, only one can be on the field, and this card can't evolve into other cards. Oh yeah, so it's just to stop what's it called? Victory Strike, the OG one. If you have at least one mono red, mono blue. Yeah, I knew this was gonna come one day, where you're gonna require all color energy. But this is pretty rough. One mono red, one mono blue, one mono green, one mono yellow. In your drop, in your drop area. And have 4 more energy, play this card. Oh, I thought it's gonna be like one mono for every color in your energy, but in your drop area. And have 4 more energy, play this card from your hand for free. So that's why they do the cannot evolve thing. So if you pay 4 of each color, switch this card to active mode and it gains crit, double strike, dual attack. It seems pretty good, but having to include all 4 colors in your deck just for a crit, double strike, dual attack isn't that good, honestly, in my opinion. But it seems pretty good. Maybe like you could run um, this card in a red yellow deck with like some blue and some green. We'll see. He seems pretty decent. Ultra Instinct Son Goku Monumental Presence. Okay, he's like, I don't know why they chose this art. It looks kind of wonky, honestly. It looks like it's about to fall down or something, but okay, critical. Activate main for 2 red if you have 2 or more skillless battle card with an energy or original power of 10k in play, and you don't have a copy of this card in play, play this card from your hand, and you can't play another for the turn. I mean, uh, uh, but this is gonna be a hard counter for Android, the Android 21 scheme, seeing as Android 21 scheme always plays two battle cards which are 10k power that are skillless at the start of your turn. So, uh, that's a yikes for all scheme players. But critical, that's pretty decent. 2-drop critical. When you play this card from hand, choose up to one battle card with 20k power or less, ignoring barrier and KO it. Yeah, for 2 energy, and you have to have 2 skillless and a critical, it's pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty decent, like early game pressure, but I can't see most people running this, seeing as you have to play skillless. We'll see. Frieza Imperial Inspiration as a 4-drop. When you combo, choose up to one for leader or battle cards and against crit for the battle. That's pretty good. Just for 1 energy, you just give any card crit. Like you don't even have to use a red energy. It's a splashable card in any deck to give crit. I could see this card being pretty good for 1 energy as well. Hmm. Okay. Ganos, Bird of Prey, red. I thought they were gonna go with green, but okay. Double strike, deflect. This card gains minus 5,000, 15,000 power for the turn. When one of your opponent's cards attack, negate the attack. I mean, that's pretty cool. So you can negate 2 attacks with just him if you don't remove him. Choose 2 skillless in your drop area and remove them from the game. Switch this card to active mode. I guess that's alright, but skillless? At least it's in your drop area. Was the previous one in drop area as well? In play. I mean, that's alright. But for 5 energy, and you can't cheat this out. Okay. Flight, or maybe you can cheat it out. Flight of the Grand Eagle. Counter attack, choose up to one for leader cards or battle cards, and it gets 100k power for the battle. That's actually very, very good. Like, after image, like, some people are sleeping on it because it's like, oh, it's not a direct negate, but sometimes just plusing power alone, especially against victory strike, can be pretty good. And against some Jiren as well. And it's splashable in any raid. Oh wow. Okay, this card is busted. So as long and your leader doesn't have to be red as well. Which is like the one downside about like after image, and is that all you've got? Like they have to be red, but your leader doesn't have to be red. It's for 1 energy and you get 100k power. Honestly, I would get this card and put it in my deck. Oh, so the permanent. If a leader card is red, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by choosing 2 of your non-token battle cards and reducing their power by 10k instead of paying. Okay, this card is busted. Not only do you not have to take a life to not pay the energy like those sparking counters, but wow, just minus 10 only. If it was like remove 2 battle cards, then I would understand, but this is insane. Definitely one of the best cards, best SRs I've seen so far in the draft box. Meditation, 1 drop red. Choose one of your battle cards for the turn. It gains 15k. Can attack battle cards inactive. Can't be negated. And it can't attack your opponent's leader, which is good. Because if you can attack your opponent's leader, it will be kind of busted. But this along with Gohan the 6 drop that reduces to 2. It's gonna be a yikes, man. It's gonna be a 40k um attack that can't be negated. Ooh, but it's a common too. I mean, I guess, it isn't too broken. Master Roshi, oh, Master Roshi getting some love. Maximum muscle, crit, dual attack barrier. When you play this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and place them at the bottom. Okay, at the end draw. That's pretty good. It's just like a free draw after every turn, and they can't remove it that easily, but it's a 6 cost, which is another yikes. Because you pay 6 energy, and all he does is just removal and double crit. And he can be easily removed with the Ribrian, or 100% overdrive, or cease to exist, or any of the 3 drops. So, I mean, it's a rare, so yeah. He can just be removed so easily. Lilybue, probably mispronounced that. Wings of Fortune. Who's that? When you play this card, your opponent reviews the top card of their deck. If it's a battle card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner hand. Otherwise, draw one card. This is pretty good, I guess. But it's for 2 cost. So you have to like spend 2 energy, and it's easily counterplayed. And the best option is to draw a card basically, since returning back to their hand. Uh, if this was an arrival though, this would be pretty busted. Like arrival, um, I don't know, blue green or something for 1. You get to play this and you either bounce back or draw. Like this could be like SR material, but for common, I guess it's alright. Internal energy shift, negate, review top card. If it's a battle, choose one of your battle cards and energy and switch them to active. That's pretty good. It's a So if you have a blocker or a card you want to protect, you can switch it, and you get to and it pays itself if it's a battle card. I would have made it so if it's a battle card, you untap a battle. If it's energy, I mean, if it's extra, you untap your energy. But that's alright, I guess. And you get to see what they're gonna draw next. So, Universe 10 Assemble. I guess that looks pretty nice. I mean, I like the whole panel thing, and like the art style of like the borders as well. Negate the attack, look at the top 3, choose one Universe 10 on top of your opponent's deck and put them back in any order, so you decide what they draw. Choose up to 1 Universe 10, energy cost of 2 or less in your hand, and play it. And play it? Universe 10? So, okay, so now this card becomes busted, since you can rearrange the battle card to be on top, and then just play that, and then you guarantee a draw, or you can return it. I mean, depends what you want. Okay, so this and this is busted now. And you can include this in mail number or mail cooler. You negate, see what they have on top, put like the good cards on top, and then just mail them. It's actually pretty good. Kakunsa Maiden Might. When this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO, so successor stuff, choose up to 1 green battle card with energy cost of 2 or less in your drop and play it. So you can play Brienne de Chateau, so it's pretty good. Who's this? Oh, um, Sue Rose. Sue Rose? I don't know. Maiden Argument. Augment. I don't know what's wrong with me. This card gets plus 10k for duration of the turn. Active main. When this card is removed, same thing, by an opponent's skill. Choose 1 green battle card with energy cost of 1 in your drop and play it. Eh, unless you can cheat this out somehow. With the what's it called? With the instant transmission guy, you can reduce this to 1, I think. I'm not sure. Rabanra, that's like the bootleg maiden. Yeah. When you play, choose 2 cards in your hand and place them in your drop area. Your opponent, okay, I was about to say, you place, that's pretty whack. When this card is removed from the battle area or KO'd, choose 1 green battle card with an energy cost of 3 or less and play it. Oh, I just realized it's any green battle card. It doesn't have to be the maiden. Okay, so that's actually pretty good, but it's a 4 drop. So, Universe 2 assemble, draw 1, choose 1 Universe 2, place in your drop area. Pretty good. It goes along with the 4 drop extra card that plays Universe 2 from your drop. So yeah, and you get to draw. Bergamo, ooh, 7 drop, that's new. Triple attack, barrier. When all of your opponent's energy is in rest mode, reduce this card's energy cost by 3. So it's still gonna be a 4 drop. When you play this card, choose off your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier, switch them to rest mode, and those cards can't be switched to active mode until the start. That's pretty good actually. This card is pretty busted. I don't get why it's triple attack though. Like sure, it's 3 different attacks, but eh. Yeah, it's pretty good. It becomes a 4 drop, which makes the only counter to this hidden potential or what's it called? Preemptive. And it doesn't have deflect. And you can champa the trickster this. I mean, the only time they're gonna play is if you have all your energy in rest mode. So, are they gonna create more cards that switch to rest mode? Chapel the Iron Drake. When an opponent's card attacks, choose up to 1 for opponent's energy. Oh wow, this card is pretty good. You just get to switch one of your opponent's energy to rest mode when they attack. So it's like punishing them for attacking. That's pretty good. And like this guy points out, there's a stamp. Oh my god. A stamp here. It looks pretty whack, the font. It's like so thin. But, eh. The Universe 9 Kai.